Welcome to Presents with Cindy Urrutia, PhD, the go-to podcast to listen, learn, grow, and create greater levels of presence in your professional and personal life. I'm your host, Cindy. Hello. This week's episode quote is by Stephen Covey, and it has to do with how we see the world, how we interpret the world, how we relate to the world. It goes like this. We must look at the lens through which we see the world, as well as the world we see. And that shapes how we interpret the world. So much of our lived experience and our views affect how we interpret things, as well as our history, as well as our cultural norms. The reason for this quote is because it connects to this week's episode with the amazing Los Angeles-based artist and educator, Phung Huynh. Phung Huynh looks at different world perspectives. She looks at cultural norms, looks at how they're imported, how they're exported, how they're disseminated, how they are inverted, how they are disrupted, and more. She also likes to add her own views to the conversation on all these tropes. Much of her perspective has also been influenced by her family's living history as Vietnamese and Cambodian refugees that came to America back in the 70s. Not only is her art rich, but so are her perspectives. When you hear her episode and you learn more about her, you'll take a moment to pause and think. And I think that that's what all great art does, as well as all great educators push us to do. Stop and think. But when we stop and think, be insightful, look deeper, that's where the magic lies. That's where the beauty and understanding how we see the world comes from. And that leads to beautiful new conversations and creative endeavors. Be sure to listen to this week's episode with Phung Huynh, which will premiere on Thursday, July 27th. You're going to love it. Thank you for joining us on Presents. For more information on how you can create greater levels of impactful presence in your professional and personal life, visit www.cindyurrutia.com and follow me on social media. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Feel free to post a comment and we'll read it on the show.